Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I filmed. You wouldn't know it because I have been posting videos regularly, but I am a little bit behind, just a few weeks, maybe a little more than a few weeks. Anyway, I filmed so many videos for you guys in a very short period of time, and I did not have time to process all of that footage and get it up like in a reasonable amount of time. So I have been slowly but surely getting it all up for you, and I took a couple weeks off of filming, just focused on school. I was chilling out at my parents' for a couple weeks, and then I came down to Wilmington, North Carolina, which is about 2 hours or so from where I am from, Chapel Hill, Durham area of North Carolina. Wilmington is about 2.5 hours south of that on the coast. And I love Wilmington. So that is where I am today, and we are going to go explore Wilmington. But first, I just thought I'd share a little bit with you guys about why Wilmington is so special to me. And that is, well, there's a couple reasons actually. The first one would be, I don't even know if I should publicly share this, but when I was 16 years old, I ran away from home. I ran away to Wilmington, and I lived here for months on my own. Well, with a friend. I had a friend who was a little bit older who had an apartment with a roommate, and I stayed there, and I got a job, and I was 100% independent of my parents at that point in my life. That's when I moved out and I started living as an adult, 16. And it was here in Wilmington where that happened. So Wilmington has always been kind of like a safe haven for me, almost like a comfort blanket or something. Like, I come here and the air, it's a beach town, so it just smells different. I pull into town as soon as I get here. It just feels like so comforting to me to be here. I don't know what just happened. The camera just like shut off. Weird. Anyway, so I was here for a few months at 16. I left and went back to the Chapel Hill area for a couple years, and then I actually came back here at 19 years old. I had my daughter at that point, and she was about 1, and I had this idea to start a business here in Wilmington. I used to work for a company in Chapel Hill that's very similar to Uber Eats. If you guys are familiar with Uber Eats, they just deliver takeout orders. You can order from like any restaurant in town, they'll bring it to you. So I worked for a company like that. This was way before Uber Eats. This was like at the beginning of the internet, like in the late 90s. And I had this idea from the company in Chapel Hill that I worked for to go start my own company like that. And I went down to Wilmington where there was nothing like that and started one up. And I lived here for 2 years running a delivery company in Wilmington and raising my little daughter until she was about 3 or so. And I really got to know the town. I got to know the restaurants. I had contracts with like 30 something restaurants in town that I delivered for. And I had drivers, I took orders, I dispatched the drivers, I even did the deliveries sometimes. Sometimes I was taking orders, dispatching drivers, and delivering at the same time from the car. I was wild and crazy. But so yeah, I lived here. I ran away here when I was 16. Then I came back at 19. I ran a business here for several years, raised my daughter here for several years. I just know this town. I love this town. It is a home to me. I have several places that I consider home, and this is definitely one of them. Now, I left Wilmington after a few years and went to California. I met my first husband here in Wilmington. That's another story. But we were both from California originally. So we decided after a few years here together to move out to California. So I left Wilmington, and then when things didn't work out there in California, I ended up moving back to the Chapel Hill area, and I always wished I had come back to Wilmington. So here I am, 15 years later. I took a detour through Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Orlando, Florida, and now here I am in Wilmington, but I'm not here to stay, unfortunately. I am on a journey, and this is just one stop in the process. So, I have been here for, I don't even know, 3 or 4, 5 days now, just sleeping in a parking lot. It's been raining the entire time. I have been working, I have been editing, I've got photos and video stuff that I'm working on. I've got schoolwork that I'm working on, so I've been busy. It's not like I'm just sitting here bored with nothing to do. I've been like so busy, but it's been raining, so I haven't gotten out and done anything around town yet. So today the sun is out. I am excited to be here. I am kind of caught up on things, so I'm going to take a little bit of time and go show you guys around Wilmington. Wilmington is a really cool place because it's split up into different, like, there's a lot of different, like, little areas. It's a small town, okay? I mean, it's a small city, really, but they've got the beach on one side, and then you've got like the historic downtown on the other side, and it's kind of like a triangle. So the beach is over here, downtown is over here on the river, that's Cape Fear River, and then in the middle you have like a very residential area and UNCW, UNC Wilmington, which is a pretty big university. So you've got like the college town in the middle, the beach town, and then the historic downtown, which is, so it's cool. You get all sorts of different things going on just 10 or 15 minutes away from each other, really. So I love it here, and I'm gonna show you guys around. So let's go. We are crossing over the Intercoastal Waterway headed onto Wrightsville Beach. It's still kind of winter, so nothing's really open. So it has been raining the last 3 or 4 days, and I've just been sitting in my car working and doing stuff around town, but I haven't really gone out and done anything fun because it's just been raining the whole time. So it was finally a nice sunny day, and I came out to Wrightsville Beach, which is one of my all-time favorite beaches. This was my home beach that I came to anytime I wanted to go to the beach. I lived right down the street from here when I lived in Wilmington, but now it's raining. There's a rain cloud up above passing over, so we'll see if it passes or it continues, but I just thought I would share with you Wrightsville Beach because it is a very beautiful and special place for me. And Bitsy likes it too. Do you like the beach, Bits? I don't know what she thinks about the sand. The wind is completely blowing my hair, but this is the Johnny Mercer's fishing pier. Beautiful concrete pier that was built after the hurricanes blew away our wooden one. Okay, well, so much for that. It is raining and we are headed back to the car. Oh, there's rain on my lens. I'm out here at Fort Fisher. It is a beautiful spot at the very like bottom point of what's considered like the Wilmington area. This is like, it goes Carolina Beach, then Curry Beach, I think, and then Fort Fisher at the very bottom point. And it's gorgeous out here. Look at this. I decided to stay and watch the sunset, so that's it behind me, setting. It's pretty out here at sunset time. There's Bitsy over there. She's just checking things out. Aren't you just checking things out, huh, Bitsy? Are you a happy girl? She's exploring. So, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay in Wilmington. I'm gonna try and make it downtown to like the river area on the Cape Fear River and show you guys a little bit of that, and then I'm actually going to be heading out of Wilmington very shortly, so see you downtown. So we are headed downtown, and I just wanted to show you how pretty the houses are down here in the historic district. So that's the Cape Fear River up ahead, and we're gonna go find a place to park and get out and walk around. I'm down in the historic part of downtown Wilmington. The Cape Fear River is behind me, and I'm just gonna take a quick walk around. I just happened to be down here by chance, and it's almost sunset, so that's perfect. I'm gonna grab a slice of pizza, I think, up here at this pizza place, and wait for the sun to set, get some cool pictures, and then I'm actually headed out of Wilmington. I've been here all week. I haven't done much but work. I've just been working all week long, but this is where I used to live, so it's a special place. It's been good to be home in someplace familiar, someplace I loved, someplace I've always wanted to come back to, so that was awesome. But it's time to head on, and I'm actually going to be heading home to Chapel Hill for like a week to do some stuff there, and then I have another trip planned, so I'm going to be heading out from there. I guess I'll tell you guys, I'm heading north. I'll let you guess where I'm going from that. So let's go check out downtown Wilmington before it's time to go. This is the USS North Carolina, which sits on a part of the Cape Fear River known as an estuary. That's where fresh water meets salt water, and if you look closely, because of high tide, the water's actually flowing upstream. This sign illustrates how Wilmington is bordered on one side by the Atlantic Ocean and the other side by the Cape Fear River. One of the things that I've noticed about Wilmington, having been here after having been so many other places, is that it is a lot like Savannah down here in their downtown area. This reminds me so much of Savannah, just a smaller scale. And also the residential area of Wilmington reminds me a lot of Orlando. So I thought that was really interesting. You know, I lived here for a few years in my early 20s, but I didn't have those places to reference at the time. So now that I have been to those places, I definitely see the similarities. Adult daycare. That's funny. I was just talking to this guy that's sitting out there on the sidewalk having a drink, and he lives upstairs. He told me there's a mannequin up there. Her name's Carol. So I found a cute little place with tables down by the river. And I got my slice of pizza in there. So I'm gonna sit here by the Cape Fear River and eat and watch the sunset. It was so good, but I didn't get any napkins. We're down on the Riverwalk, which is really pretty. Look at this. The sun setting behind me. It is gorgeous out here. I just wanted to share with you the beautiful sunset. It's so pretty out here. But I'm getting ready to leave Wilmington, so thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Guys, I always forget to tell you, I have an Instagram, @Kelly@Disney. If you want to follow me there, you get a heads up about where I'm going, and you get to see all the cool pictures that I take in the places I go. So check it out if you want. Talk to you later. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will be making more soon. Bye.